Hi, my name is Urooj, and I'm the owner and photographer of Urooj Photography in Frisco, Texas. I graduated from UT Arlington in 2008, which seems like a really long time ago now. I actually was a teacher for about 5 years, but about 5 years ago, I started doing photography, and I specifically do portrait photography. Portrait photography is taking pictures of people, and you can see some examples behind me. So that can be families, kids, babies. That's a baby eating cake, and of course newborns as well. So I do all kinds of pictures of families and people. That's what portrait photography is. And what I love about photography is that I get to be creative. And ever since I was a little kid, I loved being creative. I loved to paint and draw and sing. And so with photography, I get to be creative while still having a job and an income. And the great thing about photography is because it's so much fun for me, it doesn't feel like I'm working. It just feels like I'm having fun and I'm getting paid to have fun. So it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Some of the things that I learned in school that helped me be a good photographer, believe it or not, math is actually a big part of photography. Not only when you're learning how to use cameras and lighting and things like that, but also when you run your own business, you have to be able to keep track of how much money you're making and how much money you're spending. I set goals for myself for how much I want to make a certain month, and I try to compare it to what that same month was last year. For example, I may make a certain amount of money in April, and this year I want to make more money than I did last year. So I look at numbers a lot. I look at how much I'm spending and how much I'm making to make sure I'm not spending too much money. I also have to learn, I had to learn to write and read in school, and that helps me now because I write blog posts, which are little articles online. I'm sure you know all about that. But I write a lot about photography and about working with people and families. And I also read a lot, of course, so I can become a better photographer every day. One of the fun things about photography is all of the gear I get to play with. And gear is the lenses and camera that I use. So let me show you a little bit about my gear. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to rotate the camera. Okay, so this is my camera. So actually it's two pieces. This big piece right here is called a camera body. I have the Canon EOS R5, which is one of the new and one of the best portrait photography cameras. And then this right here is a lens, this big thing. This is a separate piece. So you can have a camera body and then you switch different lenses depending on what you need. And this one is a 28 to 70 millimeter lens. Again, some math. It tells you as far as how far this camera lens can focus and zoom. And then this right here is my next favorite lens. This is a 70 to 200 millimeter lens. And this big boy over here is a $3,000 lens. And this lens over here is a $3,000 lens about. And this camera body is about $4,000. So it's a lot of money that I've invested just right here into my business. What it means when I say invested is I make money from taking pictures for people, and then I use some of that money to pay bills, to buy food, to make sure I have things I need. And then I also spend that money on fun things for myself, like games on my Nintendo Switch. And then I also spend some of that money on buying new equipment to do better photography, nicer pictures and things like that. So investing back into my business, that's also math. What's surprising about photography is that I actually have a photography studio set up in my own house. So we are actually at my house right now, and I can give you a quick tour. This right here, we're in my client room right now. This is where my clients come in and hang out before we take pictures. Sometimes they can have a little snack if they start to get hungry. I've got drinks there too. And I've got a TV in here for the little kids that get tired of having their pictures taken, and it's baby brother's turn or baby sister's turn. And then in here, it's kind of dark in here right now, but this is my studio space. This is where I actually take pictures. That behind me is a giant light. And this right here is called the Spider Light TD6. It's a type of light that I use for photography, which is a constant light. And a constant light is different than a flash, because flashes, they flash and fire off, whereas a constant light just stays on. And my clients can keep their eyes open and not have to go, whoa, that was super bright. So again, more equipment that I've invested in to take pictures of my clients. And then this right here is a backdrop. So I just took some pictures of a little guy with his baby brother for his 3rd birthday and baby 6-month pictures. And you'll see behind me some more pictures of babies. So I get to do this inside of my own house. I don't even have to leave home sometimes to take pictures, which is really cool. And a lot of people don't realize that about photography. The other really cool fact about photography that people don't know is that you can make a lot of money doing photography. So some really successful photographers can make over $100,000 a year, but they have to work really, really hard. They have to be focused, and they have to want to learn how to be a better photographer all the time. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I know everything there is about photography. I'm the best now. You just have to keep on learning. You have to keep pushing yourself. You have to stay focused, and you have to learn how to be a good photographer, but also keep being a good friend, a good brother, a good sister, a good daughter. And when you're older and you have your own job and you have your own family, you still have to be a good mom or a good dad and be there for your family while you're working. And photography lets me do that, so I can build my own schedule and spend time with my kids, and the flexibility is wonderful. So creative jobs can pay a lot of money too. You just have to work hard, like everything else. So I hope that helps. I hope you learned a little bit about photography, and good luck to you and your search for the career that's just right for you. And remember, if you pick something that you really, really love, it won't feel like work. It'll feel like you're getting paid to have fun. So good luck. Take care. Thank you. Bye.